Okay, let us start with today's session by chanting prayers to Srimad Bhagavatam. By the way, my voice is clear, audio is clear to everyone before we start chanting prayers.
Yes,
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 Prabhuji.
yes,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. Let's start with the Mangalacharan prayers. The topic that we're going to discuss today is a very, very important topic. It's a very hope-giving pastime that we're going to discuss from Krishna Lila, which will actually help us to move one step closer, not just one step, many, many steps closer to Krishna. But then to understand this topic, because this is from Srimad Bhagavatam, we need the mercy of Srimad Bhagavatam. We need the mercy of Lord Krishna. Without that, no, it's not possible. It's very difficult. So let us beg and pray now by chanting Mangala Charan, by chanting prayers to Srimad Bhagavatam, that may we understand at least little bit from the oceanic pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna and imbibe the same in our life so that we can get many, many steps closer to Krishna. So with this mood, let us chant prayers. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatho Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. All of us together, Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuron Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langhayate Girim Yatkripatam Bande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Okay, someone is saying not audible. Purnima Mataji audible? Okay, okay. I could see you on the screen. So today we're going to discuss a pastime. It's a Dwarka pastime. Normally we discuss Vrindavan pastimes. Today we'll discuss Dwarka pastime. Normally we all see movies. Huh? I hope you're not seeing, but previously we all were seeing. Going to theater and sitting there and on the huge screen, we will see the movie. Yes. Why do we see the movie? Some entertainment, some masala should be there in life. But then what if we get entertainment and enlightenment both in a movie? So we don't have any movie as such. Maybe in some old movies we can find something related to the Lord and then very inspiring at the same time, enlightening. But nowadays we'll not get. But then devotees, we don't watch movies. We cannot go to theater. So what should we do? We need not go anywhere. We have Srimad Bhagavatam. When it comes to Srimad Bhagavatam, everything is there. Everything is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. What do you want? Humor? Humor is there. Some people like action. Okay, action is also there. Oh, there should be some romantic scenes. Okay, that is also there. Oh, there should be some adventure, some thrill, some suspense. Oh, everything is there. The only thing that we need is mercy of Guru and Krishna. And once we have that, Bhagavatam is like a movie. You can just go through and relish. It is said, Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam, Shukhamukhadamrita drava samyutam, Pibata bhagavata rasamalayam, Aho moho rasika bhui bhavukaha. So how is Bhagavatam? It is described here. Bhagavatam is like a freshly ripened fruit. Just imagine a mango without skin outside and without seed inside, just the pulp hanging from the tree. Bhagavatam is like that, fully ripe, very sweet. The only thing that we have to do is drink, pibata. And this mango is very special because, or this fruit is very special because it has been touched by the beak of a parrot. It is said when the beak of the parrot touches the fruit on the tree, it becomes very, very sweet. And this is what is the case here. Very, very sweet fruit is hanging and it has to be drunk. And who all are drinking? All the ones who are liberated. They are drinking. Hey, what about us? What about us? We are Baddha Jivas, we are stuck in cycle of birth and death. Can we also drink? And here it is said, yes, you also can drink. All of us can drink. The Baddha Jivas can drink, the Mukta Jivas can drink. Everyone can drink. This is Bhagavatam. Because when Krishna was leaving this planet, a question was asked to him that you are leaving this planet, then who can actually help us now? And Krishna said, don't worry. I am there. I am there as Grantha Avatar, and that Grantha Avatar is Srimad Bhagavatam. And from that Srimad Bhagavatam, we are actually taking a small section which is very, very adventurous, suspense, and obviously some humor here and there. And this pastime is the pastime when Rukmini, she writes the love letter to Krishna that, oh Krishna, please come and kidnap me. This is such an amazing pastime. But at the same time, we will have so much to learn. So much to learn from Rukmini, the love that she has for Krishna, and the trust that she has for Krishna, the faith that she has bestowed upon Krishna. So the faith which she has for Krishna. So these different things we will see in Rukmini's character. And at the same time, we will see that as a sadhaka, how can we intensify our devotional service and attain Krishna this very lifetime? So are we all ready? 104 participants. So the movie is beginning now. So this is in a place called Kaundanyapur. So currently this place is in Maharashtra. Just a minute. And there was a personality whose name was Bhishmaka. So Bhishmaka had 5 sons and one daughter. So in the 5 sons, the eldest one, his name was Rukmi. And there were other 4 whose names all start with R-U-K, Ruk, and it continues. And one daughter whose name was Rukmini. Now Bhishmaka was a very, very pious personality. And he was such a pious king that every now and then some saintly person will come to the kingdom. And what will happen when some saintly person comes to the kingdom? I'm talking about Dwapar Yuga. I'm talking about that time when Krishna was personally present here on this planet doing his Bhauma Leela. So they would come and they would all glorify Krishna. They would glorify Krishna's opulence. They would glorify Krishna's Leela. They would glorify Krishna's beauty. And all this, who was hearing? Rukmini was hearing. Rukmini has never seen Krishna. Never. She has never seen Krishna, but she has been hearing about Krishna again and again and again from so many saintly people, to such an extent she decided, if I'll marry someone, it's only Krishna. Like for us also, right? We have not seen Krishna. But then we have also decided, if we have to surrender to someone, then it's only Krishna. Bas aur koi nahi. Baki dunya bhaad mein jaye. We just want Krishna, we want to surrender to Krishna. We have not seen Krishna. But then just by hearing about Krishna, this manifests. And here we see Rukmini. She, just by hearing about Krishna, she has fallen in love with Krishna. Now, this is a very, very important point to note. Everyone, all of us, we all are sadhakas. Sadhaka means a struggler. Na ghar ke, na ghat ke. No, I'll not explain this in English. So it basically means, see, we are not materialists. Now we cannot go to different nasty places and enjoy. Right? Just imagine one of our Gita course participants say, God forbid this shouldn't happen, but say, for an example, goes to a pub or a bar and then he's sitting, and then there's a nice bottle with some brown colored drink. And then there are some other things also to eat which are not supposed to be eaten. And like loud music is going on, something is going on there. And then the person, he's like, finally I've got a chance. Let me enjoy to the core. And he picks up, and then no intoxication. Suddenly somewhere it will ring in the ear, somewhere it will ring. No intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex, no meat eating. And then he'll be like, okay, chalo, let me take something veg. And then he's taking only prasadam. Now you tell me. So when it comes to us, we cannot enjoy like materialists. They are in ignorance. They feel they're blissful, but they are going to rot in hell. And at the same time, we are not pure devotees. When we say pure devotees, they continuously chant the holy names of the Lord without stopping. They see Krishna face to face. They are the ones who relish Krishna's pastime. Same pastime, and number of times they relish so much. So pure devotees are another level on the spiritual platform, where they're enjoying with Krishna on the spiritual platform. Materialists, they are in complete ignorance on the deepest darkness of materialism, and they're so-called enjoying there. And where are we? Somewhere in between. Sometimes we're like, no, I want Krishna. And then other time, no, let me go and enjoy a bit. And then we are just moving here and there, here and there. But then what will actually keep us anchored in Krishna consciousness? Only one thing. That is hearing. We have to hear. We have to hear from the realized souls. We have to hear about Krishna. We have to hear topics related to Krishna. We have to hear the teachings by Krishna, that is Bhagavad Gita. And we have to imbibe those teachings in our life. Very, very important. And at the same time, when we're chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We have to chant and we have to hear very, very attentively. So when we are doing this, proper hearing, attentive hearing, submissive oral reception, if we give to the pastimes of Krishna, to the holy name, what will happen? Bhagavatam says, Shrunavatam Swakatha Krishna, Punya Shravana Kirtana, Ridhantasto Hiyabadrani, Vidunoti Surat Satam. When that holy name which comes from our mouth and enters our ears, Or when we're hearing about Krishna Katha, where speaker is speaking and that is entering our ears, what happens? It goes inside and it cleanses our heart. And you know who cleanses our heart? Krishna himself personally cleanses our heart. But what is needed? Attentive hearing is needed. Like now also we have this pastime which has just started. So if we hear attentively, I bet after 1 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes or whatever, until the pastime goes, so much of bliss will automatically come from within. We'll not understand also where it's coming from. And something we will gain, which will actually push us closer to Krishna. This is my challenge. Try to be attentive and see. Every single word that is now spoken from Srimad Bhagavatam, if it enters our ears, you see the change. Just in 1 hour, 1.5 hours, there'll be so much of bliss, so much of change, that we will feel immediately. So hearing. Rukmini was doing this hearing. See, Rukmini, who is she? She's eternal consort of Krishna. She's not some mortal being like us. But then, even then, in this Bhauma pastimes, on these earthly pastimes, now she was there as a normal lady. And when she was hearing about Krishna, she fell in love with Krishna. And if we want to fall in love with Krishna, very nicely, a few of my youth counselees, they were discussing that we are not able to cry for Krishna. I felt very nice. They were discussing this. We are not able to cry for Krishna. This devotee is crying, that devotee is crying. I'm not able to cry for Krishna. So just by hearing, when we fall in love with Krishna, cry and other things will come. Whatever it is, everything will come. So it's a very, very important point to note. Be it a Bhakti Vriksha class, be it our Thursday classes, be it the most important, the Prabhupada classes that we hear, the Prabhupada audio that we hear, the audios that we hear from pure devotees. We have to hear very, very attentively and hear Rukmini just by hearing attentively from personalities like Narayana, Narada Muni. Just by hearing from personalities like Narada Muni, who are pure devotees who have attained Krishna, she has fallen in love with Krishna. Now she has decided, if I have to marry, I will marry Krishna only. But see, in any love story, there should be a villain also, right? Yes. In this house of Rukmini, everyone is favorable. Father Bhishmaka is favorable, mother is favorable, and 4 brothers are favorable. Entire kingdom is favorable, except for one personality whose name is Rukmini. And Rukmini is the villain here. Rukmini has decided, I want to marry Krishna. Bhishmaka is okay with it. Everyone else is okay with it. Rukmini is saying, nah, he is my enemy. Out of envy to Krishna, he told Rukmini that as your elder brother, I have decided, you will marry whom? You will marry Shishupal. So Shishupal and Dantavakra, they were in previous life Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. And after that, in Treta Yuga, they were Ravana and Kumbhakarna. And now in Dwapar Yuga, they were Shishupal and Dantavakra. Can you imagine Krishna's eternal consort getting married to Shishupal? Now this was decided. Rukmini couldn't do anything. She was feeling a lot of pain in the heart. She has never seen Krishna, but she has fallen in love with Krishna. She's not understanding what to do. And Bhishmaka, he was in so much of fatherly affection for Rukmini, the brother of Rukmini, that he just agreed. He's like, okay, chalo, no problem. Yes. So we will do whatever you say, we will do that. Now the marriage is decided. And this Rukmini told Shishupal, and Shishupal is all happy because Rukmini is described in Srimad Bhagavatam and other places, that her beauty was so amazing. Even the denizens, the heavenly citizens, they would, as soon as they would see Rukmini, they would just fall from their airplanes. This was the beauty of Rukmini. See, when it comes to heavenly planet, the beauty of females or beauty of males, it is described. There's no comparison to it when it comes to this earthly planet. They would fall. So the beauty of Rukmini was so great and her qualities were so amazing. She was so charactered and she was so sober. And as soon as Shishupal got to know this, he was on the seventh cloud. You can just imagine a person who doesn't deserve, he gets that. And then he's like, yes, yes, I am the right candidate. Now, Rukmini is in so much of pain. She's not understanding what to do. Can you imagine? No, a lady is not interested to marry someone, and then the marriage is fixed with that person, and she has given her heart to someone else. Don't you think that this particular scene is stolen in different movies? Everything comes from Bhagavatam only. The only thing is you have to read, then you'll understand. Now, what Rukmini did was, she thought, I should express what is there in my heart to Krishna. How will he get to know then? And she wrote the first letter, the first love letter in the entire creation to Lord Sri Krishna. Very, very wonderful verses. And this love letter was in Sanskrit. Beautiful set of verses. We'll be seeing those verses now. Beautiful set of verses. Only few. But then all the emotions are put in that letter. And you know whom Rukmini chose to give the letter, to deliver the letter? She chose a very nice, very strict Brahmana. So now a Brahmana is going to take a love letter and he's going to give it to Krishna. So Rukmini, she sat with the paper and pen or whatever, and then she poured her heart into that. And she rolled it, and then she gave it to the Brahmana. And she told that, please take this and give it to Krishna. And please ask him to do the needful as soon as possible. Now, what happened is Shukadev Goswami in Srimad Bhagavatam, all this pastime is happening. So Shukadev Goswami is speaking to Parikshit Maharaj. Shukadev Goswami says that Rukmini's marriage was fixed with someone else. And Rukmini, she told Krishna that please come and marry me in Rakshasa style. That is by kidnapping. And Krishna came and he killed various people there, various kings there. And he took Rukmini and he married Rukmini. Now one verse, entire pastime is over. And Shukadeva Goswami is like, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Now Parikshit Maharaj is like, Arey Babre, itna vada pastime khatam kar diya. So Parikshit Maharaj, now he's asking, Gurudev, I have heard that this marriage happened in Rakshasa style. And also, I also heard that Krishna killed so many personalities. Can you please elaborate? But now, when it comes to why Shukadeva Goswami is finishing the pastime in one verse, that is also very important. Parikshit Maharaj was cursed to die in 7 days. And now Parikshit Maharaj has got only 3 days remaining. And Shukadeva Goswami has to cover so many pastimes. So Shukadeva Goswami was ending the pastime, and he is like the person who's going to die in next 3 days. From last 4 days, he has not drunk even a single drop of water, not even one grain of food is put in his mouth, nor he has slept even for a moment. For 4 days continuous, he is hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. He comes to this pastime and he's saying, oh Gurudev, can you please elaborate? Can we see the lalasa to hear about Krishna? The greed, the hankering to hear about Krishna? Prabhupada says in one of the purports that eagerness to hear about Krishna is the first qualification to go home back to Godhead, to Goloka Vrindavan. This is the first qualification, the hankering to hear about Krishna. And this Parikshit Maharaj showed. And then Shukadeva Goswami says, Chalo, theek, since you're asking, I will continue. And that's how he starts the pastime. And he describes very, very elaborately. And he comes to this point when the Brahmana is taking the letter to Krishna. Now the Brahmana has started from Kaundanyapur, and now he has started walking toward Dwarka. So we can say from Maharashtra to Gujarat. Now he has started walking there. Now marriage is going to happen. Just 2 days. 2 days time is there. 2 or 3 days time is there. And Shishupal is going to come there with his entire family members and everyone. And here in the house of Rukmini, lots of preparation has already started. And the Brahmana is going towards Dwarka. Now you can imagine the entire scene. It is so intense. and very, very critical for Rukmini. Now Brahmana, he reaches Dwarka. When he goes to Dwarka, he sees Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's sitting on the throne, the golden throne in Dwarka. Now this Brahmana who is there, he sees Krishna and he pays his obeisances, respects and other things. But then Krishna here in Dwarka pastimes is actually setting an example for all the Grihastha devotees. So in Dwarka, Krishna had 16,108 palaces and 16,108 queens. Obviously, till now it's not there. Rukmini is the first wife. So till now it's not there, but in future, I'm telling. Krishna would be setting an example for all the Grihasthas. He would be getting up in Brahma Muhurta around 3:30, 3:40 at that time. You get up and you'd start meditation. On whom? On himself. Whom he can meditate on? Himself and his devotees. And then he would get ready, and then he would give charity from each palace. He would give charity, and then he would go to his office work, to his office area. He will go. That is the administrative area where they'll sit and decide. So many things, so many things. So here, since Krishna is setting an example, as soon as he saw the Brahmana, Krishna came down. Krishna came down from the stairs, whatever. And then he told the Brahmanas that please sit on the throne. And Krishna, with his own hands, he worshipped the Brahmana, setting an example that Brahmana should be worshipped. I mean, the devotees who are high-class devotees, they should be worshipped. And Krishna did this. And Krishna arranged for a very nice feast. He arranged for a very nice place for resting. Now, can you imagine there? Rukmini is in tension, and here what is happening? Feast diya ja raha hai, resting place diya ja raha hai. And then Brahmana is accepting, he has to accept. So he accepted all that. And Krishna, he's massaging Brahmana. And then that, he's asking Brahmana various questions. He's asking that, oh Brahmana, hope you're peaceful in your mind. Hope you're able to do all the regulative duties which are there, the prescribed duties for you. Hope you're able to execute very nicely. Hope the king in which you live, the kingdom in which you live, hope that king is very righteous and pious. And he's facilitating your day-to-day activities. So after all this, the Brahmana answered and all that. And finally, Krishna asked this question that, what made you come here? How can I help you? And then Brahmana, he said that Rukmini, the daughter of Bhishmaka, has sent a letter for you, a very, very important message. He said that please take this and read. Now Krishna, what he did was, he told the Brahmana, no, you only open and read. We'll hear. Because we see in Krishna's pastimes, Lord is so merciful. Nothing is secret in Krishna's pastime. Nothing is secret. Whichever pastime we take. When Krishna is lying, that pastime is also public. When Krishna is eating mud, that pastime is also public. When Krishna is dancing with gopis, that is also public. When Krishna is going to now kidnap a female, a lady, obviously she is goddess of fortune, that is also public. Everything in Krishna's life is public, so that we public can get maximum benefit. So when we read Srimad Bhagavatam, and when we hear about Krishna, what happens? Lord Sri Krishna is very, very blissful, very happy. Because he has displayed all these pastimes only and only and only for all of us, so that we hear and we get purified. We hear, we get purified. So now Krishna made it public. He told Brahmana, you only read what is secret. No, you only read. And then the Brahmana, he starts reading the very nice, the Brahmana, he started reading the letter. Let me just pull those verses. Very beautiful verses from 10th canto, chapter number 52. Yeah. So I'll not go through the Sanskrit shloka, I'll just read the translations. Rukmini said, O beauty of the worlds, having heard Having heard of your qualities which enter the ears of those who hear and remove their bodily distress, and having also heard of your beauty, which fulfills all the visual desires of those who see, I have fixed my shameless mind upon you, O Krishna. So she starts with a very nice word. She says, just a minute. She uses the word Bhuvana Sundara. Now, just imagine, she herself is a very, very beautiful personality. And she is using the word Bhuvana Sundara. Bhuvana Sundara means no, very, very beautiful personality. This is the word that she has used. There are many, many verses which we can speak on the beauty of Lord Sri Krishna, the sweetness of Lord Sri Krishna. And we can understand little bit of beauty of Krishna. So there is one very nice Ashtakam called Madhur Ashtakam. So I would like to sing few verses. You all can hear and relish the same. It goes like this. Adharam madhuram vadanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram hridayam madhuram gamanam madhuram madhuradipate rakhilam madhuram. Madhuram, madhuram, madhuram. Sweet, all sweet. Here it is said, adharam madhuram. So his lips are very beautiful. Adharam madhuram. And then it is said, vadanam madhuram. His face is very, very beautiful and sweet. Nayanam madhuram. His eyes are very, very beautiful. He's called as Kamala Lochan. How are his eyes? It's like beautiful extending to the ears. Nayanam madhuram. Hasitam madhuram. So Krishna's smile, Hasitam, Krishna's smile is very, very beautiful and very sweet. And when it comes to Vrindavan pastimes, the gopis would come to complain in Shuddha that your Kana is coming. He's coming for what? He's coming for stealing butter. And then Mother Yashoda is hearing, and speaking. Krishna comes inside the house and then he makes the hole in the pot, eats it, and throws the rest of it. And then Mother Yashoda is like, what are you doing? Why can't they guard? You people are busy in the household work, why can't they guard? And they're always standing at the door. Comes there. And as soon as they hold him, they catch him red-handed, he looks at them and smiles. And as soon as he smiles, we don't know what happens to our husbands. They just go mad, they just turn like a statue. And they keep seeing Krishna very nicely escaping from the house. Krishna's smile. It is also said, when it comes to Krishna's smile, anyone who witnesses Krishna's smile, it is said, all the pride is crushed to powder. Because what is there beyond Krishna's smile? As soon as someone sees Krishna's smile, it is described in Srimad Bhagavatam, again 10th canto, by greatest devotees, that is the gopis. So they are saying that anyone who sees your smile, all pride is crushed into powder. Smile. Obviously, lots of description is there when it comes to smile of Krishna. But then we miss the letter. So let's get into the letter. It said, Gamanam Madhuram. What's happening? We can't hear you. What is happening?
Prabhuji, your voice is not clear. Prabhuji, your voice is not clear. It's crackling.
Hare Krishna. How about this now? Is it okay?
It's not audible, Prabhuji.
इससे क्या हो गया? How is it now?
Now it's okay.
So it was like this only from a long time.
Yeah. Now it's clear, Prabhuji. Now it's clear.
Okay, so just 2 minutes back, you people have posted. Voice is not.
Yes.
Okay, ठीक है. I don't know, somehow some other microphone got selected. ठीक है, I don't know where all you heard. No, I was relishing. ठीक है, we'll continue. So, Adharam, okay, I'll just again describe this words. Adharam Madhuram. The lips of Krishna are very sweet, very beautiful. Vadanam Madhuram, his face is very, very beautiful, very sweet. Nayanam Madhuram, his eyes are very, very beautiful. And then Hasitam Madhuram, I was describing about the smile of Krishna. So maybe you all can directly witness and see how the smile of Krishna is. I'll not describe now. So smile of Krishna is very, very beautiful and very sweet. Hridayam Madhuram, Krishna's heart is very, very beautiful. And so here in Madhurashtakam, the last line says, Madhuradipater Akhilam Madhuram, that everything is sweet about the emperor of sweetness. Actually, a lot of verses are there. You can read it yourself. Very, very beautiful song, very simple song to understand. When it comes to sweetness of Krishna, beauty of Krishna, she's saying, Rukmini Devi, she's saying that Bhuvana Sundara, you're the beauty of the entire world. If that is the case, she has never seen Krishna. She has always heard about Krishna. We have also heard about Krishna's beauty. She has fallen in love with Krishna. We have not fallen in love with Krishna. What is the problem? The problem is this. The problem is, increase the volume. Okay, the volume is high only. Hare Krishna. Is the volume?
It's proper, Prabhuji.
Okay, cheek. What is the problem then? Our problem is somehow we have become very, very sinful from time immemorial. Those sins are not actually helping us. Those sins are actually pulling us out, pulling us back, and we are not able to get attracted to the beauty of Krishna. Such an abominable situation. Can you imagine? We are not able to get attracted to the most beautiful personality, and we're getting attracted to all the filthy things of this world, filthy mortal personalities of this world. This is the most abominable situation which we all are stuck in. Yes, we all are in this very, very precarious condition. We hear about Krishna. We like also to hear about Krishna. It's not like we don't like, but then somehow that there's a big block which is not allowing us to get attracted to Krishna. Prahlad Maharaj, he says, what is that verse? Yata brahmaiti ayo brahman swayam akarsha sannidhav tatha me vidyate chetas chakrapane yadrichaya. Here Prahlad Maharaj is saying that this was a question that was asked by his teachers, that where have you learned all this bhakti shakti from? Yes. And how come you have developed so much of love for Krishna? And at that time Prahlad Maharaj is saying, I don't know what's happening to me. It's like small iron filings getting attracted to the big magnet. Like that, I'm naturally getting attracted to Lord Krishna. And there the word which Shukadeva Goswami uses is Naisargiki Rati, natural attraction. Look at our situation. There Prahlad Maharaj is naturally getting attracted to Krishna. Uddhava came to Vrindavan. So Krishna left Vrindavan and he sent Uddhava that you please go and then pacify all the Brajvasis there. And the gopis, they were sitting and doing meditation, intense meditation, hatha yoga. And then the Uddhava came and then he was like, what are you people doing? What are you trying to do? You're trying to remember Krishna? And they're like, no, we are trying to forget Krishna. We're not able to forget Krishna. And look at our situation. We want to remember Krishna. We're not able to remember Krishna. We want to chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And we are not able to hear the holy name very, very properly. We hear Srimad Bhagavatam And while hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, the mind goes here and there. We don't have taste to read, the Shastra. We don't have taste, for any of this, devotional activity. Little bit of taste we have. That is the reason, we are there discussing Srimad Bhagavatam. But then, that intense taste we don't have. If we really want to get that intense taste, we have to beg and pray to Krishna. We have to cry to Krishna that when will that day come when even I'll get attracted very, very naturally to you. Look at my filthy state. I'm getting attracted to so many people, so many things of this world. Oh, Krishna, when will I get attracted to you? You're attracting millions and millions of cupids. Why are you not attracting a Baddha Jiva like me, a fallen soul like me? Oh, Krishna, why this act from your side? Please attract me. See, there is no problem with Krishna. He's all attractive. 16,000 queens who were kidnapped by an Asur and kept in a palace. When they saw Krishna, all of them proposed Krishna at the same time. Please marry us. Can you imagine? One person can be wrong, two people can be wrong, three people can be wrong. Here, 16,000 queens, they fall in love with Krishna seeing his beauty. So what is our problem then? There's no problem on the side of Krishna. Problem is on the other side. And this problem can be solved. This problem can be removed. Our spiritual masters, they say this. We have to cry for Krishna. When we cry, when we tell Krishna that, this is what is my situation. Sometimes the devotees say that, Prabhuji, my bhakti is going very well. What bhakti are we doing? Yes, we are struggling in our devotional service. No, very nice, seamless bhakti or very nice bhakti which flows, and just flows, is that bhakti where we naturally do it. There is no need of force. But now we force ourselves to get up. We force ourselves to pick the beats and chant and all that. Only when we cry for Krishna saying, oh Krishna, please help. Please help. I'm stuck very, very badly. I'm stuck. No, I'm a sinful person, no doubt. No, I completely accept that I'm a sinful person. If I was not sinful, then I wouldn't have taken birth in Kali Yuga. I'm completely sinful. But oh Krishna, you're all pure. No, you're pavitra. Bhagavad Gita also says, Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. You're all pavitra. And I'm coming in touch with you every single day by chanting the holy names. But then, oh Krishna, nothing is happening. Please help me. Please help me, oh Krishna, please help me. This help word, which we use for so many people in this world, please help me, please help me. This has to be used for Krishna. And some drop should fall, every day little, one or two. When we do this, Krishna's mercy will flow. But then if we are happy with whatever we're doing, then it's very difficult. Very difficult. Intensely praying to Krishna. When we intensely pray to Krishna, understanding our situation that I have no attraction for Krishna, I have no taste for devotional service, automatically, by Krishna's mercy, by Guru's mercy, things will manifest. We can intensely pray to Srila Prabhupada, that, oh Prabhupada, you're Jagat Guru. You delivered hippies who are stuck completely. You picked them up and you have placed them on the transcendental platform. Please help me also. Please help me also. When we offer these intense prayers, then we'll actually understand what Rukmini is talking about. She's saying Bhuvana Sundara. And she's saying, like a shameless person, my mind is so shameless that it has just got fixed onto you. When will that day come and we'll also become shameless? We are two very sober people. We have to become shameless. When we become shameless, completely attracted to Krishna, fixing our mind on Krishna, then we can say that, chalo, kuch to acha ho raha hai life. So here Rukmini, she's making a statement saying that I've heard about your beauty, I've heard about your qualities. And these descriptions of your beauty and your qualities and your opulences, they actually remove all the distress of the heart, the distress of the body, all the distress that is there. And here, now she is making a statement, I've fixed my shameless mind upon you, O Krishna. Now suppose Krishna has a question. So what am I supposed to do? Is there anything that I'm supposed to do? And here she continues in the letter, the second verse where she says, O Mukunda, you are equal only to yourself. In lineage, character, beauty, knowledge, youthfulness, wealth, and influence. O lion among men, you delight the minds of all mankind. What aristocratic, sober-minded, and marriageable girl of a good family would not choose you as her husband when the proper time has come. Now Krishna is asking, right? So what am I supposed to do? She's slowly, she's telling what he's supposed to do. Here, there's a very nice thing that is told. She says, you are equal only to yourself in the lineage. Now, when Prishni and Sutapa, who were the parents of the Lord for 3 lifetimes, they did a lot of tapasya. And they appeared in front of the Lord appeared in front of them. Lord asked them, what do you want? And at that time, they said that we want a child like you. Now, Lord was like, child like me? I am asama urdhva. There's no one equal to me. There's no one greater than me. So since you've asked for this, chalo, I'll only become your son for 3 lifetimes. So this is a very, very important fact to understand, that philosophically and tattvataha, that there is no one who is equal to Krishna. There's no one greater than Krishna. And Krishna makes this emphatic point even in Bhagavad Gita. 7th chapter, if I'm not wrong, 7th shloka. Matta parataram na anyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. So he's saying that there is no one superior to me. I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So there is no one. No Devi Devta can match Krishna. If we want to go technical, you can read in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Krishna has got 64 qualities. And other Vishnu forms, they've got 60 qualities. And when it comes to Lord Shiva, he has got 54 qualities. And Brahma is the first living entity, Jiva Tattva, and he has got 50 qualities. And what about us? Less than 50. Now, when it comes to analysis, logically also, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even when it comes to his qualities, 64 qualities. Even Lord Narayan and Lord Vishnu, they also don't have the last 4 qualities. That is Rupa Madhuri, the beauty like Lord Krishna. Venu Madhuri. So we'll not see Narayan and Vishnu playing flute, but Krishna does that. Leela Madhuri, that is different wonderful pastimes. Just imagine, someone goes to Vaikuntha and Narayan is sitting on the throne. Lord Narayan is sitting on the throne. Can we go and pull his hair? Can we try to imagine to pull his hair? Lord Ramchandra's hair, can we pull? Hanuman will come with his gada and then smash that person. And here, when it comes to Vrindavan pastimes, Krishna, or Shama Sundar Krishna, Brajendra Nandan Krishna, Gopas are pulling hair, sitting on him, punching him, pounding him, slapping him. And Krishna is all okay. So this particular aspect, only Krishna has. So in this way, we see that Krishna is supreme and no one can match him in anything. And we mortal beings, we can never become God. This has to be very clear. It's not that by chanting Hare Krishna, after some time we'll become Krishna. No. After some time, we'll realize that we're servant of Krishna. So here, that's what Rukmini is saying. No one is the equivalent to you. No one. And then she's slowly telling what she wants. And she's saying that which girl who is of a marriageable age, from a sober aristocratic family, will not choose you as the husband. Like Krishna might say that, hey, I heard you're going to get married to some person already in next few days. So that's okay. So your marriage is already fixed. So go ahead. Happy married life. So then she says, the next verse, she says, therefore, my dear Lord, I have chosen you as my husband. No, you're going to get married. You're going to get married to Shishupal. What are you talking about? And then she continues, I surrender myself to you. See, Krishna is a weak point, whatever it is. If we surrender onto Krishna, he has no option except accepting us. And then if suppose Krishna is not accepting us, we can tell him, Krishna, you said 1866, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. I am doing that. Please accept me. And here she has made this point. And then she tells what Krishna is supposed to do. Krishna says, Chalo, theek hai, I understood that, you surrender onto me. I am ready to do whatever you want. What am I supposed to do? So she says, please come swiftly, O Almighty One, and make me your wife. Hey, how can I make you my wife? Your marriage is fixed already. So she continues, my dear lotus-eyed one, let Shishupal never touch the hero's portion like a jackal stealing the property of a lion. So she's like, you are the lion, he is like a jackal. You come. And Shishupal should never touch me. Never. You have to come. And then she continues. And she's saying, suppose she is herself thinking that I'm going to ask now that Krishna come and kidnap me. So the question is, what good thing is there in me? Is there any good thing that I've done in my entire life? And the goddess of fortune, she is saying this. If I have sufficiently worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead by pious works, by sacrifices, charity, rituals, and vows, and also by worshipping the demigods, brahmanas, and gurus, then may Gadagraja come and take my hand and not Damaghosha's son or anyone else. These two verses, which Rukmini is actually giving us, is actually a great benediction for all of us. This is called as one-pointed devotional service. One-pointed. There is nothing called as here and there. One-pointed, lotus feet of Krishna. This is what is my goal. You see here, she's very clear. No one else should come and touch me. No one else should marry me. You have to come and you have to marry me. This is a very, very important point. A very important point for all the sadhakas. For us, our life and soul is Lord Sri Krishna. No one can replace his position. No one. This life is only and only and only meant for Krishna. That's it. It's not that we are going to give this life for anyone else. We have given our lives from time immemorial to so many people. And we are stuck. We are stuck very, very badly in this material world. Lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, we are just there rotting in this world. But this life is only for Krishna, come what may. We have to decide, we have to take a vow that come what may, this life I dedicate to Krishna. I will do my duty. I am supposed to do what to do. I'm bound by the duties. I will do my duty. But then, while doing the duty, I'll not get attached to anything. At the same time, I'll practice devotional service and try and beg and pray to Krishna to get attached to Lord Sri Krishna. And here, Rukmini is setting a very high standard, very, very high standard. She's telling, if I have done any devotional service, then may Krishna come and take me, and not Damaghosha's son. Damaghosha is father of Shishupal, not Shishupal. We should be very, very chaste to Krishna. Yes, all of us, we are devotees of Krishna, we are servants of Krishna. We are part and parcel of Krishna. We have to be very chaste to Krishna. What do you mean by chastity? Say a girl is married to someone and then she's trying to seek some help from some other person. She's going and spending some time with some other person. Will she be called as chaste? No. Chaste female or a chaste lady is the one who is always there with the husband, always thinking about him, always meditating on how can I serve him. She's a chaste wife. And the one who just goes around with so many others, they are called something else. So we have to make sure that we remain chaste to Krishna. We have to think about Krishna, chant Krishna's holy name, worship Krishna. Baki aur kuch nahi. No one else apart from this. One pointed focus. Obviously, at times, there'll be lots of problems that will come in life. When we're practicing devotional service, what will happen is problems are always there and they're anyways going to come. But when we practice devotional service, since we have clarity in life, we can actually perceive the problems very clearly. So at this point of time, we have to make sure we take shelter of Krishna only, come what may. It's not that, let me go and check with the astrologer what he says. Or let me go and do some puja for Lord Shiva, Lord Ganesha, Lord Durga, Goddess Durga or whatever. It's not like that. Or let me watch the morning, some TV program where it comes that you have this particular Rashi. So you should do this particular vrata, you should do that particular vrata. When we do all those things, we are actually proving ourselves to be unchaste. So it's a very, very important point. Come what may, whatever it is, I will never leave lotus feet of Krishna, whatever it is, come what may. Even if my death comes and standing in front of me, I will not leave lotus feet of Krishna. Even if someone threatens me that you have to leave Krishna or else I'll kill you. Theek hai, you kill me, no problem. No problem, you kill me, but I will not leave Krishna. This happened in Russia. Russian devotees, There, there were iron curtains at that time. No other religion can be practiced. And here, devotees are chanting Hare Krishna. Devotees are chanting Hare Krishna. They are not smuggling Bhagavad Gita. They couldn't distribute externally. They were smuggling Bhagavad Gitas. And when they would be caught red-handed, they would be taken to the jail and they would be beaten like anything. Our devotees, ISKCON devotees, they would be beaten like anything. Why? Because you're chanting Hare Krishna. And the police will say, the cops will beat them and they will say, will you chant Hare Krishna? And those devotees are like, yes, we will chant Hare Krishna. And they would chant also Hare Krishna. Why they're chanting Hare Krishna? Because the cops are chanting Hare Krishna. They're asking, no, will you chant Hare Krishna? So they're happy. Oh, we are preaching. He's chanting Hare Krishna. Can you imagine the chastity of these people? All of them. There's some people who died. Some devotees died when the cops were beating, they died. But they didn't stop chanting Hare Krishna. They didn't give up that surrender to Krishna. This is called as bhakti. This is called as bhakti. Not that, oh, let me do this puja a little bit, that puja, this puja. Oh, this festival comes, let me change the photo of the Lord and let me put someone else. That's all nonsense, bogus. And real love for Krishna, or real surrender to Krishna is whatever it is, no deviating here and there. It's only Krishna. That's it. Only Krishna. And here we see Rukmini. She's taking such a big risk. Can you imagine? Marriage is fixed. She's writing a letter to someone saying, you come and kidnap me because I cannot go with anyone else. I cannot marry anyone else. Same is with us also. Whatever it is, we will not take help from anyone. Only Krishna has to come and help. I'm remembering Gajendra. Maybe sometime in future we can take this Gajendra's pastime also. So Gajendra was in a very, very precarious condition. Gajendra is an elephant and he was stuck in the waters. He was caught by a crocodile and Gajendra was almost, he was losing all strength and everything. And at that time, Gajendra, he started chanting prayers. In that prayer, now he's stuck, very, very badly he's stuck. And in those prayers, Gajendra is calling out for Krishna. Now he's saying that, please come and save me. And this is how he starts. Mam avatu, please protect me, please save me. So all Devi Devtas, they're there and they're like, okay, we'll come. And then he's saying, only Supreme Personality of Godhead should come and save me. And all Devi Devtas, they're leaving. They're like, okay, theek hai, maro. Jaldi nahi aate Krishna. Now Krishna will not come very, very fast. And then Gajendra, whatever it is, Supreme Personality of Godhead, may that personality who has created this entire creation come and save me. This is called as chastity. Kuch bhi ho jaye, nahi chhodenge. We will not leave Krishna's lotus feet, whatever it is. We will not stop chanting Hare Krishna. May the entire house crash. May all the people in the house die. May anything happen. May the health go for toss. Whatever it is, this tongue is meant for chanting Hare Krishna. This heart is meant for Krishna. That's it. That's it. If we can attain this stage, then we can say that, yes, I'm chaste to Krishna. Then we can say that, okay, a little bit I'm also following what Rukmini Devi is telling Krishna. So Rukmini, she continues in this particular pastime, in these verses. She continues and she says, O unconquerable one. Now this devotee, she is very, very clever. Just with this one letter, she is going to conquer Krishna and she is using the word, O unconquerable one. Tomorrow, when my marriage ceremony is about to begin, now she's writing a very important thing here. Now, normally when a girl wants someone to come and kidnap, she'll say that, please come and kidnap. But Rukmini is so desperate that she is giving a plan to Krishna how to come and kidnap. It's a very, very nice thing, nice eagerness that we can see here in Rukmini. So much of hankering to attain Krishna. She is like, maybe Krishna will have these questions, so let me answer these questions. She herself is thinking about questions and she herself is answering. So she might ask this question, Krishna might ask this question that, see, you're asking me to come and take you, and you don't want Shishupal to touch you and marry you or whatever. But then you tell me when I come there, there'll be lots of problem. Now I have to kill so many people before I take you, and so on and so forth. So Rukmini here she is saying, she's giving a plan. She says, you should arrive unseen in Vidarbha. So Vidarbha is that place, where Rukmini, I'm the same place, Kaundanyapur, and surround yourself with the leaders of your army. Now a Kshatriya lady is telling a Kshatriya king what he's supposed to do. You come with your army and let your army surround you. Then crush the forces of Chaitya. So Krishna's point was, see, if I come there, then I have to kill those people. And she's like, no problem, you kill. And who is this forces of Chaitya? The soldiers of Shishupal. And Magadendra. And she's like, you kill Shishupal also. And marry me in Rakshasa style, winning me with your valor. And she's saying that you come, Rakshasa style of marriage is like the boy comes and he kidnaps the girl and then they marry. This is not valid in Kali Yuga. So I request all the bachelors here that please don't try this at home. This is only given here in Bhagavatam. Krishna can do, we cannot do all this. Our marriage is in Devta style. What is Devta style marriage? Where parents come, they fix the marriage, and then the girl and the boy, they get married. Here, the marriage style that is talked about is Rakshasa marriage style, where the boy comes, he kidnaps the girl, and then he takes and he gets married. And here Rukmini is saying, you marry me in Rakshasa style. And then, suppose Krishna has this question. Rukmini is thinking, she's only answering. Suppose Krishna has a question. See, killing Chaitya's forces, I mean Shishupal's forces, Shishupal, etc. is okay. They'll be outside the palace. But you will be inside the palace? No. Because you will be there in a chamber where all females are protected. Now, if I have to come inside, it means I have to kill your own people also. I don't think that's a good idea. Rukmini is like, you don't worry about that. Look, no, just listen to my plan. She's telling a plan now. Since I'll be staying within the inner chambers of the palace, you may wonder, how can I carry you away without killing some of your relatives? But I shall tell you a way. Look at the anchoring of this personality, eagerness to attain Krishna. She says, on the day before marriage, there is a grand procession to honor the royal family's deity. And in this procession, the new bride goes outside the city to visit goddess Girija. So now there's a ritual that has to be followed. So she is going. So the bride, she has to go one day before and she has to worship Girija. So this is the ritual that is there in Vidarbha. So she is telling this plan that I'll be going that place, and she continues. Yeah. So wherein she's saying very clearly that I'll be starting from the palace and I'll be walking towards the temple. And I'll be coming back from the temple to the palace. At this point of time, you come and kidnap me. You'll not kill any of my relatives. Shishupal's army, no problem, kill them. Kill all of them, no problem. So in this way, now Rukmini has given the plan. And finally, she's making a very, very important point. This is the last verse in the entire letter. And in this particular verse, she's just pouring her heart, thinking, what if Krishna rejects me? I have no qualification. Now, what am I? I am nothing. I am just some lady here. And Krishna is Bhuvana Sundara. He is that great personality. Why will Krishna choose me? This is the question that she has got in the mind. And then she's writing the last verse. Please hear this verse very, very carefully. Here she says, O lotus-eyed one, great souls like Lord Shiva hanker to bathe in the dust of your lotus feet and thereby destroy their ignorance. So here, by saying this, she's saying that even great souls like Lord Shiva are not able to obtain you. How can I obtain you? That's not possible. And so she says, if I cannot obtain your mercy, I shall simply give up my vital force, which will have become weak from the severe penance I will perform. Then after hundreds of lifetimes of endeavor, I may obtain your mercy. Oh, look at the heavy statement that she has made here. She's saying that, oh Krishna, I know, see, I'm nowhere qualified. I'm nowhere qualified to attain you. Because great souls are hankering to attain your lotus feet. But Krishna, let me tell you, if I cannot attain you this lifetime, I'm ready to take hundreds and hundreds of lifetimes to attain your mercy. This is called as patience. And this is called as intense hankering to attain Krishna. There's a very important thing to note here. She's all qualified, but still she's thinking that I'm not qualified. And what about us? We are nowhere qualified, but we still think, I'm qualified. Why Krishna is doing this to me? Why is he not appearing in front of me? Why is he not doing this to me, that to me? It's a very important point to understand that we are very, very low creatures. We have no, can we compare ourselves with Krishna anywhere? He's all pure and we are all impure. Where is the comparison? So this mood should be very clear. This aspect should be very clear that I'm all sinful. I'm all sinful. From so many lifetimes I've been doing sin. Even now when I sit for chanting, when I sit for hearing, reading, whatever, my mind wanders here and there for sinful things. Anything apart from Krishna consciousness is sinful. And our mind, and you see, our mind really likes it. Really likes it. One devotee was asking me this question, Prabhuji, can we hear Bollywood songs little bit? Little bit kuch nahi hota hai. No, contamination is contamination. So it's a very, very, very important point to note that we are all sinful. And you know what? What is our goal? What is our desire? To attain Krishna this very lifetime. Hare Bapare. It's a very, very difficult thing to comprehend. Most sinful person is desiring to attain Krishna this very lifetime. How is it possible? Is it possible? No, there's no chance. No, impossible. Impossible for a sinful person to attain Krishna. But then we have also fixed our mind saying whatever it is, I am sinful, but you're all pure. No, what is your problem? I'm associating with you daily. I'll also become purified one day. And oh Krishna, please take me. Please take me. The utter dependence on Krishna, utter surrender to Krishna is very, very important. You have to always understand there's no qualification which I have. I'm all sinful. I'm all offensive. But then my Lord is very great. My spiritual masters are all pure and they're all great. And if they desire, they can actually take me back home, back to Godhead. Literally, they can pull me from the gutter and just throw me to Goloka Vrindavan. This Krishna can do. This my spiritual masters can do. They have that power. So it is said very, very nicely by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dete par, tomar shakti ache. Amito Kangala, Krishna Krishna boli, Dhaitava pache pache. So here we are actually praying to the spiritual master, to the Vaishnavas, that you have Krishna and you can give me Krishna. So you have Krishna and you can give me Krishna. Oh Gurudev, oh Vaishnav Thakur, I have no qualification. I'm all fallen. But then you are so powerful, you have Krishna. Tumara shakati ache. Krishna se tumar, Krishna dete paro. You can give me Krishna. And you might say that, how can I give Krishna? Tumara shakati ache. You have that Shakti. But why should I give Krishna to you? Amito Kangal, I am a beggar. I am a beggar. But then this last line is very, very important. Amito Kangal, Krishna, Krishna boli dhai tava pache pache. Oh Gurudev, oh Shla Prabhupada, I'm not going to leave you. I'm a beggar. And how are the beggars? Have you seen on the roads when they catch the person, they're like, kuch to de dijiye, kuch to de dijiye, ek rupe de dijiye. They will not leave. They'll pull the person and they'll hold the person. They'll not allow the person to move. Same thing even we have to do. We have to tell Sri Guru that no, you please help me. You please help me. I'm all sinful. I cannot attain Krishna. By my own qualification, I cannot attain Krishna. In another song, it is said, Yogyata vichare kichu nahi pai, tumara shak kichu nahi pai, Tumhara karuna sa. And here, openly the devotee is saying that, oh Gurudev, oh Krishna, if you are trying to search some qualification in me, yogyata vichare, kichu nahi paye, you will not get anything. And I am not qualified at all, you will not find anything in me, kichu nahi paye. And then finally the devotee is saying that what is my qualification? Tumhara karuna sa, your mercy is actually my qualification. If I have your mercy, then I can attain Krishna. And then he says, if you don't shower your mercy, then what will happen? What is that next line? Anyways, he says that Kandya prana rakhi boar. I will just cry and leave my body. What is the use if I don't get your mercy, O Gurudev? If I don't get mercy, O Krishna, I myself cannot do anything in my life, in spiritual life, in bhakti. I cannot do anything. What is the use of this living? I'll just cry and leave my body. This is the mood of a devotee. We are utterly dependent on Sri Guru, Srila Prabhupada, Krishna. Utterly dependent. We have no other way. What is the option? Can we think of any option? Is there any option that is left to us? Can, by our own endeavor, by our own force, can we practice devotional service and attain Krishna? Our situation is like a dwarf. Our situation is like a dwarf who is trying to catch the moon. Can you imagine? We go to the terrace, it's Purnima, and then we are jumping. I'll attain the moon this very lifetime. This is what is the situation. We are all sinful, and what are we saying? I want to attain Krishna this very lifetime. It is possible. It's not that it is impossible. It is said, Manushya Janmajar Krishna Darshanatar. This Manushya Janma is just meant to attain Krishna. But then how can I attain Krishna? Only by the mercy of Krishna and mercy of Guru. Or it's not possible. Impossible. Why am I saying this here? Because here Rukmini is very, very much clear about her qualification. Obviously, she's all qualified. But then out of humility, she's saying that, great souls are not able to attain you. How can I attain you? But then, oh Krishna, to attain your mercy, I'm ready to do anything and everything. This is the mood that even we should have. Oh Sri Guru, oh Krishna, I'm ready to do anything and everything to attain you this very lifetime. This very lifetime. I want your mercy. When we're chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra also, before we start chanting, we can beg and pray. Unfortunately, my chanting is not that great, but still, what I've heard from my superiors, I'm repeating. You have to beg and pray to Krishna that please help me. Please help me. This chanting, I cannot do chanting alone. Yes. Again, another line which I'm remembering. What is that too? Ekaki amar nahi paya bala harinama sankirtane. Tumhi kripa kori shraddha bindu diya deho Krishna namadhane. So this is a very important meditation before chanting. We can tell Sri Guru, we can tell Srila Prabhupada, Krishna, Ekaki amar nahi paya bala. I alone cannot chant your holy names. I cannot chant Krishna's holy names. Ekaki amar nahi paya bala, no strength for Harinama Sankirtane, for chanting. So what am I supposed to, so what is that personality supposed to do? Guru, Prabhupada, Krishna, what are they supposed to do? Tumhi kripa kori. Please shower your mercy. Please shower your mercy onto me. Shraddha bindu diya. Give me a drop of faith. Deho Krishna namadhane. You have the wealth of Krishna Nam, which I have not yet realized. You please give me that. Now, this is the mood in which we can beg and pray. Before we start chanting, we have to beg and pray, and then we have to start chanting. And obviously, many times, when they shower their mercy, the chanting is very nice. So here also, we need to understand Kripa or mercy is the only hope for all of us. And that will come when we are sincerely, intensely engaged in service of Krishna, in service of Guru, begging and praying for their mercy. Now these verses, Brahmana has read to Krishna. Very nicely, the Brahmana has read this letter to Krishna. And Brahmana is requesting from his own side that, oh Krishna, immediately do something. Immediately. Tomorrow is the marriage. Please, no, tomorrow is the day. No, please do something. And Krishna is telling Brahmana that, oh Brahmana, what do you think? Only Rukmini is thinking about me. I am also thinking about her, and that's the reason I'm not able to sleep for many nights. Here we understand it's not that just the devotee is thinking about Krishna. Krishna also meditates on the devotee. But which devotee? Intense devotee, a pure devotee. So it's a very important thing. We have to become pure devotee. Then we'll come in the list of Krishna's meditation. And here, Krishna told, don't worry, I will do the needful. And here, Krishna told his chariot driver that get my chariot. This chariot is very special. It has got 4 horses, and the chariot driver's name is Daruka. And he ordered, and immediately the chariot came. And Krishna, he boarded the chariot with the Brahmana. And they have started from this place. They are going to another place now. Now, a very important thing again here. This is on the side of Krishna. This is what is happening. What is happening on the side of Rukmini? She's awake. Tomorrow is the day of marriage. What's going to happen? She's completely in anxiety. She's sitting inside the palace looking at the door. All the preparations have started. The bugles and drums and trumpets, they have started sounding everywhere. People are talking about the marriage. So many things are happening in the entire place, and Rukmini is sitting. She's in complete anxiety, sitting alone, looking at the door. Why Krishna didn't come? Why the Brahmana didn't come? She's looking at the door again and again and again. And then she started telling herself that maybe Krishna didn't accept my proposal. Anyways, I'm not qualified. Why will Krishna come? Why will Krishna come? And why Brahmana has not come? Okay, why Krishna has not come, we understand that the proposal is rejected. But why Brahmana has not come? She's thinking that Brahmana is not coming because Krishna has rejected me, so he does not want to give me a sad news. So she's thinking like this in complete anxiety. She's sitting there, and guess what? She has to get ready also. She has to get ready for the marriage. She has to wear the new clothes and get ready with all the ornaments and everything. And she's in complete anxiety. And in this anxiety, what happens is she's looking at the door, and from there comes the effulgent Brahmana walking and smiling and jubilant. And Rukmini looking at him, she was so happy, so happy. Brahmana has not spoken anything. Just by looking at the expression of the Brahmana, Rukmini understood that yes, Krishna has accepted my proposal. And the Brahmana came very close to Rukmini. And then the Brahmana told Rukmini very secretly, Krishna has come. Krishna has come. He's there in the gardens there with Balaram. So when Rukmini heard this, she was in such great ecstasy. Such great ecstasy. She was not understanding what to give to the Brahmana. Gold and silver and this, nothing is there, nothing is there equivalent which I can give it to this Brahmana. She could do only one thing. She just paid obeisances to Brahmana with lots and lots of love, tears in the eyes, tears of ecstasy. She paid obeisance to the Brahmana. And now she was jubilant. She was jubilant completely. But still in the heart, somewhere it was there that will Krishna take me? This was all there, all the time it was there. Now this is inside the palace. Now let's try to understand what is happening outside the palace. Bhishmaka, Rukmini's father, got to know that Krishna and Balram, they have come to witness the marriage of Rukmini with Shishupal. Now they don't know the plan that is there. So this is what they are thinking. The Bhishmaka is thinking. They have come to witness the marriage of Rukmini and Shishupal. So Bhishmaka was so happy. The residents of that kingdom, Vidarbha, they were so happy. They all went with Bhishmaka to receive Krishna and Balram. Bhishmaka took a lot of gifts and a lot of various auspicious articles to receive Krishna and Balram. And after that, he invited them. He gave them a nice resting place because it was night. Next day was the ceremony that would be starting. So like this was all done. And when the residents of Vidarbha, they heard Krishna has come, they all went crazy. They were like, no, we want to see Krishna. They were all eager. And they all started running towards that place where Krishna was there. And Bhagavatam says that in the cup of their eyes, they started with that cup of their eyes, they started drinking the nectarian beauty of Lord Sri Krishna. They couldn't move their eyes from Krishna. They were just stuck, completely stuck, looking at the beautiful form of the Lord, starting from the lotus feet, going up to the beautiful lotus face and his beautiful crown and other things which he was wearing. And they were just drinking the beauty. Now, when they were seeing Krishna, there was a mood change that started happening. They all were already desiring this. But now, even in the presence of Shishupal's entire army, they started speaking this. What they started speaking, we'll hear. But what is happening at Shishupal's side? Shishupal is ready as a bridegroom. He's wearing nice clothes. One day before, he's ready with his entire relatives. They've all come. They've entered Bhishmaka's kingdom and they've been received very nicely. Before Krishna and Balram arrived, he had already come. He was extremely happy. Extremely happy. Unqualified person getting something qualified. Extremely happy. So he's dreaming that I'm going to marry Rukmini. And after that, Krishna and Balram have come. And then, the residents, they've seen Shishupal. And now they're seeing Krishna. And openly, in front of the relatives of Shishupal, openly there's a talk that all these residents are having. What are they saying? According to us, there is some group of residents of that kingdom. They started saying, according to us, Krishna is the best match to Rukmini and no one else. Can you imagine? Shishupal's relatives are there and they're talking there in loudly. That according to us, there is no match for Rukmini other than Krishna. Another group, they started saying, yeah, we also completely agree. There is no match to Krishna other than Rukmini. She is the only one. And according to us, they both only should get married tomorrow. Hare Baba, Shishupal's relatives are hearing and they are speaking all this. Can you imagine the humorous side there? What will be the expression of Shishupal? What will be the expression of all the relatives there? They all have dressed very nicely, thinking that tomorrow is the marriage of our Shishupal and all that. And here the statements those are made that only qualified person for Rukmini is Krishna and only qualified person for Krishna is Rukmini. And they both only should get married. So all these talks are happening. So this is happening outside the palace. Full night. How can Rukmini sleep? Tell me. How can she sleep? Tomorrow she's going to attain Krishna. Can you imagine? We are going to sleep. And then Krishna comes in our dream and Krishna says, tomorrow early in the morning in Brahma Muhurta, I'm going to take you back home, back to Godhead. What will be our situation? Kahan neend vagera sab ud jayega. This is what happened with Tukaram Maharaj. Yes. So Tukaram Maharaj, one of the great saints of Maharashtra, he was told by Vitthal, that is Lord Krishna, that tomorrow I'll come and take you. Now this is a very, very intense scene which we all can imagine. So Tukaram Maharaj comes with his entire Kirtan Mandali. All are doing Kirtan. Vithala, Vithala, Jai Hari Vithala, 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 Jai Hari Vithala. All of them, they're assembled, they all are chanting. And Tukaram Maharaj is giving final instruction to everyone. Tukaram Maharaj is saying that I request all of you all, the only way to attain Krishna is to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, to chant the holy names of the Lord incessantly, without stoppage, 24/7. And when you do that, you will get purified and you will become qualified to go back home, back to Godhead. Kirtan started, intense Kirtan started. You can just imagine Tukaram's mood, because Lord himself has come and told, tomorrow I'll come, and he's waiting for the Lord to come. And in the midst of the Kirtan, he sees the Vaikuntha Viman. And then he starts loudly saying, you all don't fear, Garuda has come and Krishna has come on the Garuda. flapping of Garuda's wings. Oh, it's very, very loud. Don't fear. He will not harm anyone. He has come to take me. And it is said in front of everyone's eyes, Tukaram Maharaj got into the airplane. And then he says that now I'm going back home, back to Godhead. This is our last meeting. We'll never meet again. How wonderful this is. How wonderful this is. Just imagine this happens with us. We'll tell all the family members, see, don't expect tomorrow for breakfast. I'll not be there. I'll not be there for the breakfast. So make sure you all have yourself. So I'm going somewhere out. This is the day which we all are waiting for. This is the day. The day which Rukmini is saying, this is the day which we all are waiting for. When will that day come? When will that day come? That day should come very, very fast in our lives. Human life is meant only for this, to attain Krishna, to go back home, back to God. And there is no other goal apart from this. All the other things that we're doing in our life is just time pass. So much of time is there, no, with us. We're just passing time, that's it. But this is what is the thing. What Rukmini is experiencing, tomorrow Krishna is going to come and take me. That feeling we have to experience. And it will happen. By the mercy of Guru and Krishna, it will happen in our life. This confidence we have, by the mercy of Sri Guru and Krishna, this will surely happen in our life. This confidence we have, and we should continue to have this confidence because we are on the right path. We are connected to a bona fide sampradaya called Gaudiya, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. We are chanting the most bona fide mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We have got a guru like Srila Prabhupada. We have got books of Srila Prabhupada which makes everything crystal clear. What else we need? And we have got devotee association, physical association. Now, outside, many devotees are sitting and packing Krishna Karuna kit. And here, we have virtual association. We have association of devotees. What else we want? And everything is set to go back home, back to Godhead. Everything is set. Only thing that we have to do is just practice very intensely, offer intense prayers. And that day will come when Lord will tell us, get ready, tomorrow I'm coming. 3:45, we should be ready. So who will sleep? Who will sleep on that day? And Rukmini is in ecstasy. Why will she sleep? So next day, early in the morning, Rukmini is getting ready. Now you can imagine. Now the mood of Rukmini is very clear. I want to get ready for whom? I want to get ready for my Krishna. He has come. She is wearing the best dress which the bride is supposed to wear. She's wearing all the beautiful ornaments, the bangles in her hands, the anklets, and all the wonderful necklaces. And her hair is very nicely combed and nicely decorated with flowers. And she is very nicely covered with the wonderful, very, very costly sari or whatever. And with this, now Rukmini is ready to go to the temple of Girija. Now please hear this. This is a very, very intense mood of Rukmini. Rukmini starts from the palace. Early in the morning, Rukmini is starting from the palace to go to the temple. Now Rukmini, she's walking, and along with her, there are many friends of hers. All the Sakhis are there. They're all holding auspicious articles in their hands. Then after that, we have Brahmana Patnis. So they are there, all the qualified Brahmana Patnis. And then after that, the Brahmanas are there. And after that, this marriage was very special. There are lots and lots of soldiers around. So Rukmini is walking and all this troop is walking, and along with that, huge number of soldiers for protecting Rukmini. Now Rukmini is walking towards Girija's temple. And what is she supposed to do when she goes to Girija's temple? She's supposed to worship lotus feet of Girija. Now, when she's going towards that purpose, what is she supposed to think? She's supposed to think of the lotus feet of Girija. But then whom is she thinking about? So Shukdev Goswami very nicely says, she is going to worship the lotus feet of Girija, but she's meditating on the lotus feet of Krishna. This is what is the situation of Rukmini. When I was reading the shloka, I was thinking that all of us in our day-to-day life, we have so many things to do. All of us are walking to do something, planning to do something. So Rukmini is also going and she's supposed to do that. But what is her meditation? Her meditation is Krishna. This is a very instructive point for all of us. Whatever work we are doing doesn't matter. We have to meditate on Krishna. We have to keep chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra continuously. With beads, without beads, keep chanting continuously. Cooking, cleaning, office work, meeting, whatever it is. Mahamantra should go on either loudly or mentally. It should just go on and on and on. This is what is the mood that we are understanding from here, from Rukmini. And here, Rukmini is intensely thinking about Krishna, and she's walking very, very fast to the temple. While coming from there, she'll come very slow. But now she's walking very fast. Now she gets into the temple. And there, the Brahmana Patnis, they all start telling Rukmini, do this particular ritual, do this particular ritual, offer this to Girija, offer that to Girija. And Rukmini, her mind is there with Krishna and she's worshipping Girija. That's what is happening. She is worshipping, as they're saying. And they finally said that you bow down to Girija. So she bowed down. After that, there's a question that was asked by the Brahmana Patnis to Rukmini. The question was, do you have some desire that you want to express to Girija? And Rukmini, without any shame, she says, I have only one desire. I want to marry Krishna. You can just imagine here, the marriage is going to, it's just going to happen. In next couple of hours, the marriage is going to happen. And this, she is saying, she's expressing her desire, the final desire that I want to marry Krishna. And the Brahmana Patni is smiling. They immediately composed a verse, saying that Rukmini wants to marry Krishna. Oh, Girija, please bestow her mercy. So they immediately composed a verse. They chanted and they asked Rukmini also to chant. And here the desire was expressed that I want to marry Krishna. Now, this is a very, very nice thing to meditate on. Kuch bhi ho jaye, I am not going to leave Krishna. This is the mood here. Now, after all this, now Rukmini comes down. She's there. She's coming down from the temple now. Now, we can imagine so many people are standing there. So many kings have come because Shishupal had invited all of them because he was knowing something is going to happen now. So he invited many kings, many soldiers have come, and many, many personalities have come. And all of them, some are there on the chariot, some are there on the elephant, some are there on the horses. All of them are there, and all of them, you can imagine a huge crowd, they're looking at Rukmini. And Rukmini is walking down now the stairs. And all of them, they're looking at Rukmini. And Rukmini is in anxiety. Where is my Krishna? Where is my Krishna? And she's walking very, very gracefully. Her one hand is on one of her maidservant. And with one hand, from the left hand, Bhagavatam says, I'm not imagining. Bhagavatam says all this, I'm just describing. With the left hand nails, it is described, the hairs which were coming on the eye, she was moving the hairs and she was looking at the crowd. Now it is described here, how was Rukmini glancing on the crowd? She was moving the hair, and then from the corner of the eye, she was looking at each king, that where is my Krishna? And what was happening is, when she was looking like this on each personality, the one to whom she was looking, that person, if he's there on the chariot or elephant or horse, he would look at Rukmini, and the only thing that would happen is fall down from there and collapse. First, the weapon will fall, and then the person will collapse down. Like this, she was scanning the entire crowd. She was feeling very awkward. But then her mood was very clear. She wants Krishna. So she was looking at all of them. And guess what? The entire army which was there, who were on the race platform, now all of them, they were there on the ground. Everyone collapsed, looking at the beauty of Rukmini. Now here it is said that what will Krishna defeat these people? Rukmini has already defeated. All of them are already lying there unconscious. Weapons are down. And now she finally came on the ground. Now she started walking. And she's trying to find where is Krishna. And when the crowd fell down, at that time Krishna was visible. And as soon as Rukmini saw Krishna, the entire group with Rukmini was moving like this. And Rukmini alone, she started taking a deviation and she started moving towards Krishna. Now you can imagine, entire crowd with all relatives are moving like this, and then Rukmini is going like this towards Krishna. And she goes close to Krishna's chariot and she's herself trying to climb the chariot. Krishna is there on the chariot. He is not doing anything. And she's trying to climb the chariot. And at that time, Krishna gives the hand to Rukmini and he pulls Rukmini on the chariot. Now Krishna and Rukmini are there together on the chariot. Now here, there's a very nice thing to note. Rukmini is not fearful of anything. She's not at all fearful of anything. She has decided to attain Krishna. Even if people talk ill about her, she has no problem. It's a very, very important learning for all of us. When we are practicing bhakti, we have to do it very, very confidently, fearlessly. Why to fear and from whom to fear? There are people who are drinking alcohol in public, embracing females in public, watching nonsense in public, eating meat and smoking cigarette. All that is happening in public. Why our bhakti should happen hidden? Why we should fear? Why we should fear putting tilak, dhoti, kurta, sari? Why should we fear? We might say, no, what about my status? These people will talk about this, that people will talk about this. Let them talk. People will keep talking. If not this topic, some other gossip they'll start talking something else. But why should I compromise on my devotional service? Whatever it is, why should I compromise? N number of relatives will tell something. N number of friends will tell something. N number of apartment friends will tell something. But why should I fear? Why should I think about them? Are they going to come at the time of death to take me? It's only Krishna. So why should I fear? I have to just follow instruction of my guru. That's it. My guru has told chant every single day. Okay, if I go to my relative's house, I will chant. What is the problem? Why should I hide? I'll tell them I'm practicing devotional service. What is the problem? I eat only prasadam. I'll tell that also. I eat only prasadam without non-garlic food. At times in the office, when they're inviting for filthy parties, I'll not come. Why should I come? This happened with me. I think I told him on the Q&A sessions. So first team lunch, I had gone. I was new to the company. I went there. My experience was not good. And after that, I decided, come what may, go hell with everyone. I'm not going to go. And then there was another team lunch that was organized in some 5-star hotel somewhere. And they were behind me, all of them. First, my colleagues came, my manager, senior manager, finally director also came. And all of them, they're like, please come. It will be nice if you come. And they started advising, counseling me. But then somehow, by the mercy of Krishna, by the mercy of Guru, this one thing was there. No, I don't want to come. Then finally, director also got frustrated and he said, okay, iska kuch nahi ho sakta, leave him. So this is what I learned from my superiors. The point that I'm trying to make is, you deal whatever practically, I just made a statement. The point that I'm trying to make is, we will not compromise on devotional service, come what may, because no one in this world is going to help us at the time of death. It's only Krishna who is going to help us. Then why take a deviation for a few moments, for a few days also from Krishna? Openly, we have to express what we are doing, and openly we should do. What is the problem? So this confidence, this fearlessness we should have. And here Rukmini is showing this. In fact, on a very materialistic platform, we can say that how shameless this lady is. She's supposed to marry someone and she's like going with someone else. But then this is how devotees should be. Doesn't matter what people talk about. We are more interested to attain Krishna this very lifetime. Where is the question of fear? Where is the question of shame? Where is the question of thinking about what gossip they will do, what gossip they will do? In this way, Rukmini, she climbed the chariot of Krishna. Now, anyways, all the army is down only with weapons. And Krishna, he was not like, oh, fast, let's go fast. No, he was like, aram se, Daruka, chalo, let's go. And Daruka started driving the chariot. And Krishna and Rukmini, they're sitting on the chariot. Can you imagine? Our Lord and our Goddess, they're sitting together. And they started moving slow. Very, very slowly, very softly, the chariot is moving. You can imagine a background music is there and the hero and heroine, they're moving. So this is what is happening. And suddenly after that, all the army got up. Hey, kya hua? What happened? What happened? What happened? And they saw that Krishna is going with Rukmini, and all of them started saying, I was unconscious. What was the problem with you? What were you doing? What were you doing? And all of them, they took some time to understand what happened. Then they started lifting their weapons, making themselves proper, then riding back on the chariot, on the elephant, on the horses, and yelling out, like jackals. When the lion comes and takes away something, the jackals keep yelling. So they start yelling out, shouting, and they started following Krishna. Now, after this, many, many things happen. So I'll not get into all that. So finally, Krishna and Rukmini, they reach Dwarka, and there's a grand marriage ceremony that happens in Dwarka. In which place? In every single house of Dwarka, the marriage of Krishna and Rukmini happened. So many Krishna and Rukminis were there, and so many Devaki Vasudevas were there, and so many residents were there in each and every house in that particular place. So it's a very important meditation through this pastime, that when will that day come, when Krishna will come and kidnap our heart? When will that day come? That day should come very fast. We don't have much time. Yes, how much time we have? Maybe another few decades. But then that day should come very, very fast. Where Krishna kidnaps our heart, we are completely surrendered to Krishna, and we go back home, back to Godhead. Just imagine Krishna one day before coming and telling at night, get ready, tomorrow I'll come. And we are wearing the best of the dhoti and sari and getting ready to go back home, back to Godhead. So with this, I would like to pause here. There's one important thing which I would like to announce before I end. We all are very, very fortunate, extremely fortunate. I already said we are connected to bona fide sampradaya. We are chanting the bona fide mantra. We have a very nice association. We have very nice guidance from our Bhakti Vriksha leaders, sector leaders. We are very fortunate. Now it's the time to share our fortune with others. So normally when we start Gita course, we start immediately after Janmashtami, and that goes for 1 year like you all had. Now it's our time to help as many people as possible to attend the Gita course and get connected to Krishna, get connected to the Sampradaya and chant the Mahamantra. This is a very big responsibility that each and every person who is attending today's session and ones who are seeing on YouTube have a very, very big responsibility. We have to first circulate the message to all our near and dear ones, get them registered, and after that, all of you who want to volunteer in this service, that is, will be assigned some contacts, and we have to call them, saying, I have Krishna, you should also get Krishna. That is our mood, but then we'll tell them that hope you're coming for Gita course. This was my experience in Gita course. My life has changed in this way. Try, you can also try. So in this way, next Sunday, that is, I guess, 12th of this month. Yeah, 12th. Gita course is starting. We are launching 2 Gita courses. One by Krishna Karunamurti Prabhu and one by Balaji Prabhu and Indu Mataji. So very, very nice devotees, very fired up devotees, and very, very loyal and honest. So I've chosen them as the course instructors this time. So 2 Gita courses are going to start. So we can easily host many, many people. And we'll be dividing all of y'all into 2 groups, and y'all can assist in these 2 Gita courses which are going to start. So today what you're supposed to do is give your names to your Bhakti Vriksha leader that you will be interested to give some time, like Sunday mornings, maybe 1 hour or 2 hours you can give. 1 hour I think should be enough to call some 20 or 25 contacts and invite them for the evening session. Only on Sunday we'll have this service. And on the weekdays, we have to just send some messages. So that anyways, your Bhakti Vriksha leader or your course instructor, they will post in the group. You have to just forward that to your contacts. So very simple service, but then a very, very big service. Why? Because by our endeavor, we are the instruments in Krishna's hand to connect many, many people to Krishna so that they also go mad in attaining Krishna this very lifetime. So I would ask now, how many are interested to do this service? Please raise your hand. Oh, so many people are there. Jai. Thank you very much. Please give your names to your respective Bhakti Vriksha leaders and rest of the things they will do. And soon we'll have a volunteers meeting. I'll be hosting the volunteers meeting. And I'll be explaining what to do and what to speak, what not to speak, or whatever. And you can ask various questions. Okay, so before I end, I would like to take some questions, some comments. What are you taking from today's session? Do you have some questions? Please post here. Very nice. This one. It's only you people are interested, so you feel good about the session. Srimati Radharani in Vrindavan is the one from Goloka. Srimati Radharani came to Vrindavan because of Sridama's curse. That is just a pastime. But there was a discussion that was there between Krishna and Srimati Radharani that Krishna said that I have to go to Bhauma, to earthly planet, to display my pastimes so that everyone can get attracted to us and come back to Goloka Vrindavan. So Srimati Radharani is like, how can I remain alone? I'll also come. So just to manifest this pastime, I mean the descent of the Lord, you see, this is a scheduled. It's not that Krishna and Srimati Radharani are coming randomly. It's a scheduled thing. So 28th millennium, Krishna is going to come. So they decided, that was decided. So they came. But then there are lots of other things that happen. Like for Krishna's descent, all the Devi Devatas, they went to Brahma. Then Brahma with all the Devi Devatas went to Shirodakshaya Vishnu. They begged and prayed to Shirodakshaya Vishnu. Now all this is needed because a great personality is coming, right? So all this thing was there. So similarly with Srimati Radharani also, there are some pastimes why she came. But then the original thing is they wanted to come, display what it means to be in Goloka Vrindavan and attract all of us back home, back to Godhead. So this was the reason. So this is just a secondary reason that you have posted here. Please give story of Mirabai one day. Yes, we can have. Last year, I think Ram Navami, I spoke about Mirabai. That audio is available. I request your Bhakti Vriksha leader to pass it on to you. While listening, we feel enthusiastic about doing bhakti. Later, we feel like stopping. How to continue? This is the case with everyone, not just you. Everyone. See, understand, we are Baddha Jivas. We are stuck in the cycle of birth and death. For many, many lifetimes, what are we doing? We're doing sense gratification. Now, suddenly we are being asked to do devotional service. It will be difficult. But then one thing we have to do is, as you're rightly saying, when we are listening, we feel like doing bhakti. So every single day we should listen. We should listen to Srila Prabhupada. We should call our Bhakti Vriksha leaders and talk to them. We should listen to the other devotees' lectures who are available. Primarily, we should hear Srila Prabhupada. So when we do that, enthusiasm will be there. Enthusiasm will be there. Or else, yes, as you rightly said, it will go down. It will go down with time. See, that is the reason we have a Thursday session. Then we have a Saturday session. And then we have these common sessions and so many things are there. We have some services like devotees are sitting outside here and packing. So when we are doing all these things, what will happen is automatically we'll remain enthusiastic. Another very important thing for all of you all as Grasta devotees is you should have a nice altar in the house. Like the one which I spoke in the deity worship seminar for 3 days. That altar where you have 4 photos, Radha Krishna, Panchatattva, Narasimhadev and Guru Parampara. That's it. And every single day we follow the standard that was spoken. You will see every day by doing this, every day by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra sitting in front of them, every day by having prasadam, every day by hearing to Srila Prabhupada, every day or at least a few times in a week talking to the Bhakti Vriksha leader, we will see how our enthusiasm will remain very high. Even till date, I remain in constant touch with my mentor every single day by sending my sadhana report to him. So like that, we have that tight connection, and by that it becomes very easy, for moving ahead in Krishna consciousness. Hope this helps you, Prabhu. I went to Rukmini's temple in Dwarka. Was Rukmini separated from Krishna by a curse? I didn't hear about this anywhere as such. How to have that mood always, this thing is we are doing for Krishna and Radharani. See, initially it will not come. Let's be very practical. We are still toddlers in Krishna consciousness. So explicitly, when we're doing some activity, we should say that I'm doing it for Krishna and Srimati Radharani. Like for example, when we're cooking, I'm doing it for Krishna. When I'm chanting, I'm doing it for Krishna. When I'm working in my office, I'm doing it for Krishna. So now our situation is forcefully, explicitly, we have to pull that mood. And when we pull that mood, we'll be able to continue with, and with time, it will become our second nature. Now, currently, what is our nature? Everything is for me. But with time, our second nature will be, I'm doing it for Krishna. So this will happen with time only. It will take some time. But we have to endeavor. We have to endeavor and pray to Krishna that look at my situation. I'm so selfish. I'm just doing sense gratification. Krishna, please help so that I can gratify your senses. So we can keep praying this like this every single day. And by Krishna's mercy, anything is possible. Feeling very blessed. Thank you very much. Please bless me also. After Rukmini left with Krishna, what did Shishupal end up doing? So what happened is everyone else went behind Krishna and Rukmini. And in between, so Krishna and Rukmini went and Balram stayed back. Balram and his team, they defeated the entire army. The entire army, Jarasandha and others, they went. And Shishupal was sitting in the marriage dress in the bridegroom's quarters. He was sitting there and he was crying and crying and crying, saying, he took away my wife, he took away my wife. So this is what happened with Shishupal. And throughout his life, he always kept telling, Krishna kidnapped my wife. Marriage was not done, but throughout his life, till his last point of death, he kept on telling this, Krishna kidnapped my wife. Something like this. If we go to someone's house for dinner, can we choose sattvic food and eat? It may not be prasadam, as today we are invited for dinner by a friend. Ideally, we should have prasadam. But since you are initially starting, no problem. We can start doing that. Yes. Because we are trying to avoid the foods and ignorance. So that's good. Krishna will see our intent. But internally, we should pray to Krishna that, Krishna, I just want to have prasadam. I don't want to have anything else. Please help me to come to that level as soon as possible. And mentally, we can offer whatever is cooked. Mentally, we can offer to Krishna, saying, oh, Krishna, please accept this. And please allow me to have your prasadam. So mentally, we can do this. But with time, we should come to a stage where we have only prasadam. So this can be done. Rukmini is Krishna's wife, then why do we say Radha Krishna? So we say Sri Sri Radha and Krishna because Rukmini is the expansion of Srimati Radharani. Let me tell you how this expansion happens. So from Srimati Radharani comes the gopis. So they are the expansions. And from the gopis comes the queens of Dwarka. So indirectly, Rukmini is an expansion of Srimati Radharani. So source is Srimati Radharani. So we call as Srimati Radharani and Krishna. And when it comes to Srimati Radharani, she is the eternal wife in Goloka Vrindavan. Here also they got married many times. Brahma was the priest one day. When we go to Vrindavan together, so at that time we can see that place called Bhandirvan, where Brahma married Krishna and Srimati Radharani. So he was the priest. So that place is still there. So all these things are there in the Shastra. Anyone who reads, they will understand all this. It was very descriptive and could see the picture in the mind. Very nice. Your sessions are always a strong reminder of practicing bhakti seriously and religiously, what may come. A lot of times I get so much lost in material world responsibilities, but when I hear you, it reminds me that I can meditate upon Krishna's lotus feet, even when I'm engaged otherwise. Yeah, see, we have no option. We have very less time. Please understand, we have very less time. In this less time, we have to attain Krishna. And if we don't attain Krishna, then we have not done justice to the human form. Whatever we are doing, again I'm saying, whatever activity we are doing, we have to keep chanting the Mahamantra. Either just moving the tongue inside the mouth or loudly chanting. We should keep chanting, whatever it is. So in this way, when we keep doing, No, that day will come when we are completely engaged in some material activity, but our mind is completely meditating on Krishna. We'll be able to do both the things simultaneously. It is possible. It is possible. Position of all 8 wives of Krishna, who are they? Are all Radharani's Shakti Rupa. Yeah, they're all expansions of Srimati Radharani. I don't remember the names of all of them. So Satyabhama is one of them, Rukmini, and this Jambavan's daughter. I don't remember. So these different names are there. So they all got married to Krishna. First 8, and after that, 16,100. He got married together. Why Rukmini addressed Krishna as "O unconquerable one"? Because Krishna cannot be conquered by anyone. There are many yogis. They're trying to conquer Krishna by doing meditation, by doing Ashtanga yoga. There are many Devi Devtas who are trying to conquer Krishna, but no one is successful. Who can conquer Krishna? Only those who are practicing devotional service and who are bestowed by the mercy of Krishna. See, what do you mean by conquering Krishna? Krishna should come forward and say, "Conquer me," like he did with Rukmini. Yes. But that will happen only with fortunate souls like all of us who are practicing devotional service. So she's saying unconquerable one because he cannot be conquered by our endeavor. He can be conquered only by his mercy. If he says, "Conquer me," then we can conquer. Like it happened in case of Yashoda Maya. So Yashoda was trying to tie Krishna. She couldn't tie. She would get big rope and she just put it around the waist of Krishna, which was very thin. And it was 2 fingers too short. And finally, when Krishna saw that my mother is getting tired, she's sweating so much, chalo, let her tie. And at that time, when Krishna showered his mercy, and then Yashoda Mai took and then she tied and she said, "I'll not release you." So by Krishna's mercy, we can conquer Krishna. So she is saying unconquerable one. That basically means that you cannot be conquered by anyone's endeavor. That's what it means. Rukmini loved Krishna like his husband and everything. What about common devotees like Grasta ladies to love more about Krishna who are having poor and average love? See, for us, as of now, we love Krishna as our master. He's taking care of us so nicely. Just imagine we are serving someone and that person is taking care of us so nicely. How much loyal we will be, how much surrendered we will be, right? Same is our case. As of now, we have to just be in the mood of servants. With time, when we become mature devotees, Krishna will reveal to us who are we in the spiritual world. Then automatically that love will manifest as a Gopa or as a Gopi or as a cow, peacock, or some queens of Dwarka or whatever. It will manifest. Or a grandson of Krishna, something like that will manifest. But now at our stage, since we are neophytes, at our stage, we are in the mood of a servant all the time, and we serve Krishna with the mood of servitude. Now we don't start acting, like Krishna's wife or Krishna's friend. "Today I'll not give you food." Krishna will say, "Okay, I'll also not give you food." So obviously Krishna will not say that, but I'm just saying that we have not come to that level to reciprocate like that. Strictly, if we have to follow rules and regulation, follow the vidhi, follow the ritual, and then we have to worship Krishna. Hope this answers your question. Feel shy to wear big tilak and neck, how to overcome in public or in office? We have to just think about Rukmini. Okay, I'll tell about gopis. Who is asking me? Okay, I'll talk about gopis. So when Krishna would come from forest to Vrindavan, all the gopis, they would come from their respective homes and they'll assemble at one place just to see Krishna. Now, can you imagine? I'm talking about Dwapar Yuga, and these females are coming together for what? Seeing a male in public, in the evening time. Can you imagine this? So it's a very important thing to note that topmost devotees are those who don't fear others, who don't shy while doing devotional service. Taking darshan of Krishna is devotional service. The gopis were doing that and they were fearless. Come what may, whatever it is. So there was, in the Krishna Leela series, there was one pastime called Brahmana Patnis. So when the friends of Krishna came to the Brahmana's house and they told Brahmana Patnis that Krishna has come, he's hungry. So Brahmana Patnis, they took all the food, all the bhoga that was there, and started walking towards Krishna. At that time, the Brahmanas and other family members, they restricted, saying, you shouldn't go. They were like, "Arey, hut." And they were moving. This is the mood. This is the mood. Because when we shy, basically that goes on to say that I'm not doing the right thing. Correct? See, when do we shy normally? When we're doing something incorrect. When we're doing something which is something which is weird. Yes. So basically, we feel that bhakti is something which is not proper. Why is it people outside, on the road, they have big bottles of wine and they're just drinking? Because I'm completely convinced that what they're doing is proper. So we have to be convinced, whatever it is, that I'm a devotee and I'm doing the best thing to go back to Godhead. Why should I fear? Why should I fear? At least Kantimala we can wear. Tilak theek hai, could be understood. But with time, at least Grasta devotees, you don't have much. See, for us as brahmacharis, we work for some time, we just gave it up. Now we just roam around in this attire. But for Grasta devotees, with time, this also should come after some time. Yes. Initially, you can just wear Kantimala, maybe 2 rounds, hide it and wear, then put it up, and then after some time, put tilak, whatever. But then we have to. Because, see, if we don't, then basically that goes on to say that we are not doing the right thing. If we are convinced that I'm doing the right thing, why should we fear? Why should we hide? I know so many devotees who have shikha, the antenna, and they have this tilak, and they have kantimala, and they are managers, senior managers in the companies. Why to fear? Now in lockdown, I'm seeing so many devotees, all your Bhakti Vriksha leaders also. They all put tilak and sit in the meetings. So I was telling, one day I'd gone to someone's house and I was like, he was just about to go for the meeting. I said, Prabhu, tilak is there on your face. You want to wipe? He said, no, Prabhu, I want to make them, accustomed to this so that when I go physically, they'll not be very, very much focusing on that particular point. So like this. But we have to. In public places, wherever it is, we have to. We have to have bead bag. We have to have a Vaishnava attire. We should go. In fact, this is a service to the humanity, because when they look at us in tilak, dhoti kurta, or at least tilak, kanthi, bead bag, so it will be like, they will get the sukruti, spiritual punya of taking a darshan of the devotee of Lord Krishna. Their spiritual life will start. Yes. So it's a very, very important thing to do this. To start with, we can go to Vrindavan, and in Vrindavan, if you don't have bead bag, if you don't put tilak, people will look at you like that. Which planet have you come from? So something like that. Okay, next. Feels new every time I hear. My pleasure to serve all of you. Radharani is the internal potency of Lord Krishna, who is inseparable form. Krishna in the wedding of Krishna and Rukmini is just to have a pastime on earth. Is my understanding correct? So Mother, Radharani and Rukmini are totally different. Yeah, so as I said, like we have Vishnu, Narayan and Krishna, they are same, but at the same time they're different. So Krishna is there in Goloka Vrindavan, all the Vishnu Murtis are there in different Vaikuntha planets. Similarly, when it comes to Rukmini, she is there in the Dwarka of Goloka. So in Goloka, we have Goloka Vrindavan, Goloka Dwarka, Goloka Mathura. So all those residents are there. So in Vrindavan, Goloka Vrindavan, we have Srimati Radharani, and her expansions are there in Dwarka and Mathura. Hope this helps you. Our tips for getting interest to read. Please read with devotees. Please ask your Bhakti Vriksha leader, you pester your Bhakti Vriksha leader, that please arrange a reading session. And once in a week, you all come together for half an hour and read. Turn by turn, you all can read. Maybe one paragraph, one person, another paragraph, another person. You will see how much taste you will get just by reading with devotees. I don't know when I'll beg and cry to Lord Krishna as Rukmini did, but surely want to beg and cry profusely and sincerely. I don't know if I will be ever so serious in attaining him that Lord Krishna will have at least a slight thought of me. You have no option. You have no option. Human form is just meant to attain Krishna. That's it. And we have to endeavor for the same. Come what may. Come what may. Associate with those devotees who are intense in the devotion service. Take their association, ask them to pray, take their shelter. It will happen. It will happen. Saraswati Mata is sitting on your tongue and Krishna in your eyes. I don't know about that, but I know one thing, that my spiritual masters speak through me. It's not me who speaks. I've noticed this many times, that it is they, because they are the ones who have attained Krishna, and they actually use me as an instrument to speak in all the Krishna Katha. And they are the ones who are speaking and connecting with all of you. So all credits to them, not to me. May Krishna give you good health and keep you doing this forever. Thank you. Please pray that I attain Krishna this very lifetime. Can we offer foods like bread or cornflakes mentally to the Lord, as we cannot offer the foods we didn't cook? Cornflakes we can mix with the milk and we can offer. Many devotees do that. Bread we don't, because that is, we don't know who has cooked that. At least cornflakes and all in the factory, somehow that is done by the machines. But bread and all, the person who is baking all that, not sure. So what devotees do is they learn themselves, cooking everything, bread, pizza, burger, everything for the kids. So we can do that. We can do that. Cornflakes we can offer. And suppose you are in a very, for the new people I'm talking about, not the ones who are chanting 16 rounds. For the new people who have just started, who want to offer things to Krishna, yes, you can mentally offer and eat. But you should aim at coming to the platform of having only prasadam, which are directly offered to Krishna. Did Yadav dynasty end with Gandhari's curse? But we all are part of Vasudev Kutumbakam. How to understand this? So that was the pastime in which all the Yadavas, they were supposed to go back home, back to Godhead. So Krishna did that pastime where the curse was there and all of them, they killed each other and then they went back. What about us? We don't belong to Yadavas. We belong to either of the four sampradayas. So we belong to Brahma Sampradaya. So we belong to that sampradaya, and the knowledge is given to Brahma, and that knowledge is percolating down to us. So in this way, we need to understand we don't belong to that Yadav dynasty, but we belong to the sampradaya, which Krishna has created for propagation of devotional service. And Vasudev Kutumbakam means that all the devotees from all the four sampradayas, that is Vasudev Kutumbakam. We just said gopis are expansion of Srimati Radharani. It is also said gopis are great saintly sadhus who have been meditating on Krishna since many lifetimes. So see, there is something called as Rishi Charya gopis. Now Rishi Charya gopis, they are from Treta Yuga. They are not many. So what happened is when Lord Ramchandra was wandering in the forest, so the rishis were meditating there. They looked at Lord Ram and they were like, no, we want to touch him, we want to embrace him, we want to serve him very, very intimately. And at that time, Lord Ramchandra gave a benediction. Next life, you all will become very intimate to me. So like that, these rishis became Rishi Charya gopis in next life. But the gopis whom I am talking about, they are from directly from Goloka Vrindavan, yes, where they are taking eternally serving Krishna's pastimes. Hope this makes it clear. But still, even the Rishi Charya gopis can be categorized as an expansion of Srimati Radharani, because finally, even all of us also, when we become pure devotees and go back to Krishna, every single entity in spiritual world is expansion of Srimati Radharani, because she is the potency, she is the bhakti potency. Without her mercy, no one can do bhakti, no one can attain Krishna. So when we attain mercy of Srimati Radharani, when we get that empowerment from Srimati Radharani, we are directly under her care. So when we can be categorized into that, obviously there's a slight difference between direct expansion and we are separated expansion. So that's technical, but in general, the gopis of Goloka Vrindavan, they are direct expansions of Srimati Radharani, and other personalities who are there, they are the marginal potency of the Lord. They remain the marginal potency, but at the same time, they attain that stage of serving the Supreme Personality of God. I know it will be a big bouncer, whatever I spoke, but then many details are there, but we cannot explain all that as of now. Because for us also to understand, it's very difficult. Yes, because that is something on the transcendental platform. So anyways, when we go to Goloka Vrindavan, we'll ask Srimati Radharani, what about this gopi, what about that, what about me? So we can do that. But Rishi Charya gopis are from Treta Yuga. Okay, Priyanka Mataji has posted 8 names of Jambavati. Yeah. Names of the wives. Gopis were the sages in Rama Avatar. Yeah, this is given. This is given in Shastra. So, or not all the gopis, again, I'm saying. There's just a few set of gopis who are called as Rishi Charya gopis. So we have a dedicated place already in the spiritual world. Yes, we have. How many rounds of Kantimala should I wear? I put 2 rounds and also have neck hanging the 3rd round. Any number of rounds we can wear. There is no shastric proof how much we have to wear. Kanti should be there. So we have to follow no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication. We should chant Hare Krishna on beats. And we should try our best to avoid onion garlic. And we can wear Kantimala. Feeling so blessed to listen about Krishna. Okay, my pleasure to serve all of you. Since childhood, we have been asked to pray to Lord Ganesh to start with our prayers, and then all prayers are chanted, including Lord Shiva and other gods' prayers, including Sahasranamam. Prabhuji, this tradition is being continued and chanting of the Maha Mantra. Okay, continue since you're in the initial stage. But with time, please understand we have to become one pointed, focused devotee, only Krishna. Why this is needed? At the time of death, whom are we going to meditate on? If we worship multiple personalities, whom will I be able to remember at the time of death? So only Krishna worship. Remembering Krishna, chanting about Krishna, glorifying Krishna, hearing about Krishna, developing that love for Krishna. Like husband and wife, why are they so close to each other? Because a husband has only one wife and wife has only one husband. So they're close. They have relatives, but the wife or husband, they're not very attached to the relatives. So they have one pointed focus towards each other. So that focus we need towards Krishna. So with time, we should be chaste to Krishna and only Mahamantra. The day it should come when we're chanting 24/7. The tongue is vibrating the Mahamantra 24/7. And that will happen when we are one pointed. So at least you people who are very sincere. Now, it shouldn't take much time to become one-pointed devotee. Take the help of Bhakti Vriksha leaders. They are one-pointed. And then by their help, come up to the platform of being one-pointed devotee of Lord Krishna. And tradition, see, there are many traditions, but now we are connected to a parampara. So what is the parampara expecting from me? That is very important. Family tradition is okay. See, family tradition keeps us pious. But that doesn't give us confirmation that they will take us back home, back to Godhead. But the parampara that is there, the sampradaya that is there, that gives a confirmation that yes, by doing this, you'll go back home, back to Godhead. So since Guru is saying, we have to do it. Since the acharyas in the parampara is saying, we have to do it. That is the mood. I have got so much of mercy of Lord Krishna on Jhulan. I got the rubbery kheer of 2 full spoons. Hare Vah. Which you said is cooked in Mayapur for Radha Madhav and Ashtasakhi for 5 long hours. Oh, very nice, very nice. You could have parceled some for me also. Thank you for motivating us. My pleasure to do that. And thank you very much for the prayer that I meet Krishna this very lifetime. So thank you all very much. It's already 8 o'clock. No, I think 6 minutes less for 8 o'clock. So thank you very much. I pray that all of you become very, very intense in the devotional service to Lord Shri Krishna. And I pray that we become one-pointed. Before sleeping today, please meditate on the pastime of Rukmini. Meditate on the mood that she had. Try to meditate on this. And also try to meditate on how we can help more and more people to get connected to Krishna. So I request all of you all to do this activity before we sleep. And also, a very important thing, please give your names if you're interested for volunteering, because tomorrow I think we'll be having a volunteers meet, or maybe sometime in the weekdays, in the evening, late evening we'll have, where we'll discuss what are we supposed to do. Mostly we'll try to do it tomorrow evening itself, volunteers meeting. So I request all of you all come forward. Sundays, 1 or 2 hours in the morning, please try to spare. for welfare of other people who very soon will become devotees like all of you. Okay, let's end today's meeting by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra 3 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.